After their mother died, two little sisters made a promise to never leave each other again. But they didn't know. That promise would be tested by cruelty because the woman their father married had no love in her heart. And on one rainy night, she destroyed everything. For 15 years, the sisters were separated, until fate brought them together in a way nobody expected. And what happened next made an entire church cry. In a quiet village in Enugu State, there once lived a happy family, a loving mother, a hard-working father, and two beautiful daughters, Amara, the older sister, and little Chima, who never left her side. Even though they were poor, their home was full of laughter. Every evening their mother would cook, and the sisters would play barefoot outside. And before sleeping, they always hugged each other tightly. They never imagined that happiness would not last forever. One day, everything changed. Their mother became sick. At first it was small, but it grew worse every day. Their father tried everything, but nothing worked. And one painful morning, she took her last breath. The house that was once full of laughter became silent. The sisters cried beside her lifeless body, calling her name again and again. From that day, nothing felt the same. After some time, their father remarried. A woman named Felicia entered their lives. At first, she smiled. She pretended to care. But the moment their father left for work, her true face appeared. She stopped calling them children and started calling them useless. And slowly, the house became a place of suffering. Amara and Chima were treated like servants. They woke up before sunrise, fetched water, cleaned, cooked, and washed endlessly, while the stepmother's own child lived in comfort, eating good food and watching television. The sisters often went to bed hungry, but no matter the pain, they had each other. At night, they would cry quietly, holding each other so tightly, afraid of letting go. Then one night, something terrible happened. Money disappeared in the house, without proof. Felicia pointed at Amara. She screamed. She accused. She refused to listen. Amara begged, crying that she was innocent, but the stepmother had already made her decision. That night, in heavy rain, Amara was thrown out of the house. Chima screamed, holding her sister's legs, refusing to let go. But forcefully, they were separated. And that night, they lost each other. Amara survived alone in Lagos. She suffered. She worked small jobs, slept hungry, and cried many nights. But in her heart, she never forgot her sister. Every day she whispered, "Chima, I will find you again." Back in the village, Chima also suffered. She grew up wondering if her sister was alive or dead. The only thing she held on to was hope. 15 years later, destiny finally spoke. Amara had become a church choir singer in Lagos. One Sunday, a visiting church came from Enugu. As she sang, a woman in the crowd froze. Her heart started beating fast. That voice, it sounded familiar. She stood up slowly, shaking, tears forming in her eyes. And when Amara looked down from the stage, she saw her. For a moment, time stopped. Then suddenly, "Amara!" The church turned in shock. Chima ran forward, and Amara jumped off the stage. And after 15 long years, the sisters finally embraced again, both crying, shaking, unable to speak. The entire church was crying. Even the pastor wiped his tears. It was not just a reunion, it was healing. Later, They discovered their father had passed away years earlier, and the stepmother was left alone with her guilt. But the sisters chose something stronger than revenge. They chose forgiveness and peace, because some bonds can never be broken, and some love always finds its way back home.